Proof that Charlie Kirk wore body armor. Proof that Charlie Kirk didn't wear body armor. Proof that there was 10 shooters. Proof that it was all these different countries. Proof that it was a drone. Proof that it was a palm. No. Let's just calm down and talk about what happened here with the Charlie Kirk assassination. And I'll start this out by saying most of the conjecture, crazy theories, good theories, bad theories, all of them are anchored to horrible images. Why do we have grainy video in 2025? Everyone's phone is a magnificent cinematic device, yet somehow we have to look at this case through the video quality of the 1960s. It is completely infuriating. Let's go. Here we have the shooter running on the roof right after the shot. We have this infuriatingly grainy video, and I'd like to point out the first point of absolute hair-pulling rage is, why didn't they just rewind the tape to when he shot? There are other photos and videos of where he shot from. Why didn't the agent in charge of this just rewind the video back a few seconds and we can watch when he shot?
So there's somebody on the roof right there? This guy? He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in, and now he's right there.
Now, I was fascinated by this clip since it came out, and I wanted to know the timestamp of it. Candace Owens found it out, and this is about 30 seconds before this guy shoots Charlie Kirk.
I then decided to try to track down the origin of a video that actually no press has been done on. I wanted to see all of the metadata of when he took that footage, and the metadata begins at 12:22 and goes into 12:23, the very minute that Charlie gets shot. And he says, yeah, I saw the shot. I had just stopped recording about 20 seconds before the shot rang out. And he said that he told them a description of what the shooter looked like. And it was not the description that the entire world received less than 24 hours later of this person, Tyler Robinson, wearing jeans. I said, was he wearing jeans? He said, no. Actually, this person was dressed in tactical gear and he was wearing a face mask. As soon as George Zinn got arrested and that started circulating, he ran to someone on campus and said, this is the wrong person. I observed this person with my eyes. You have the complete wrong description. The person you're looking for is wearing tactical gear and is obviously young because I watched him sprint back after taking the shot. I saw this with my own two eyes. And for whatever reason, that never made its way out. A part of this entire thing was our upset at kind of being taken for a ride by the FBI. It makes no sense to me that they wouldn't share those details immediately.
Now that is disturbing to hear. What's more disturbing is I'm going to play a clip for you where FBI Director Kash Patel says they have DNA from a towel wrapped around the rifle and some DNA from the building. Kash Patel is not going to tell you they have DNA off the gun because they don't have DNA off the gun.
And I can report today that the DNA hits from the towel that was wrapped around the firearm and the DNA on the screwdriver are positively processed for the suspect in custody.
But no DNA in that gun, and we've never seen a photo of that screwdriver. At least I haven't. Now, there are disputes because of the terribly grainy quality if he's even carrying a rifle here or not. According to various theories, he has the rifle here, but it's disassembled or partially disassembled. I've heard both. Fully assembled and disassembled. Once in a while in the frames, you can kind of see a towel flipping around. He's covered parts of the rifle with that, allegedly. You know, the pixelation is so bad, it's hard to tell. Once he assembles the gun, fires the gun, jumps off the roof, the theory that he doesn't have the complete gun in his hand, it seems a little bananas. How would he take the gun apart without the screwdriver if he left it on the roof? And you never see him pause to take the gun apart. And he doesn't have the screwdriver. And then they show the gun complete. So, was it always complete and he just dropped the screwdriver? Or are they saying he put it back together for them to find on the run? So that's their narrative. Really problematic. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they got something wrong. You can just say, well, he had the whole gun and the video is so bad we can't tell. And he left the gun complete. But it's very unsatisfying that they got this kind of timeline of events all messed up. And from what's available, it looks like the FBI has stuck with the gun was always complete, and as crazy as their gun theories are, how he got the rifle in, their narrative on the changes of clothing is even worse.
Yes. So when he's first spotted on campus, he has different clothing on, and then he changes clothing on the roof, and then changed back into that clothing at some point, so that when he was apprehended, when he was arrested, the clothing matched the clothing he had on before the shooting here at UVU.
Yeah, that's a great job there. They don't know what the hell he's wearing when. It's all messed up. And, oh, here's a picture of him at Dairy Queen with a combination of the clothes, the way Candace Owens pointed out. He gets to the road. He slows his gait. You can see the towel and rifle, which allegedly that's what we're looking at. It's kind of stiff. He's trying to make it not noticeable that he's carrying that. And then this is the wooded area where he allegedly drops it off. Then we get our first picture of the rifle, and of course, it's terrible and it's grainy. Everyone was saying it was a Remington 700. A lot of people. I looked it up. It damn sure didn't look like a Mauser, but it turns out it's a heavily modified Mauser. Now they say Mauser 98 chambered for 30-06. It's probably a different model Mauser chambered for 30-06, but this is the FBI we're dealing with, you know? You think they really know what weapons are? Now, I'm not going to bomb you with pictures of Charlie getting hurt, but there's a theory about he got shot from behind. And this is a picture of what appears to be a muzzle flash from behind. And we're going to talk about what I think this is. You're going to hear Charlie's voice, his last words, and then the shot, and a little bit of the crowd. So prepare yourself.
Not counting gang violence. Great.
Again, infuriatingly pixelated, but there's a muzzle flash in this window that coincides with the rifle's report. I'll play it several times in a row so you get the idea of where it is in case you haven't seen it. So what happened here? A lot of people are saying there's a shooter back there. I don't think so. I think what happened is this is a crazy reflection, and I'll demonstrate it here. This is from another video. This guy had a theory that to the right of where it says camera 4, the shooter was where the point of the green arrow is against the building. The shooter would shoot from behind, hitting Charlie Kirk in the side and back. I think it's more likely that the assassin shot from the roof like we were told, and what we're seeing in that window is a muzzle flash of his rifle. So I do think it's the muzzle flash from the roof. There's other theories about cell phone guns and whatnot. I do not think that's the case. If someone has proof of such things, great, but I haven't seen it. The distance is quite a stretch to pick up a reflection of the muzzle flash, but I really don't know what else this would be. And like I said, if someone has proof he was shot from behind, great. But right now, the autopsy is that the 30-06 was in a downward trajectory, went into Charlie's throat, along his spine and down into his torso, his cavity, and sort of blew Charlie apart from inside. Charlie was close to instantly dead, if not instantly dead. The reason I know that detail of the autopsy is Alex Jones had a follow-up phone call with Andrew Colvett from Turning Point USA, and Andrew then elaborated on what the coroner had said, much less miraculous sounding. I take issue with the completed picture of the rifle we have seen. The the authorities said, a screwdriver to assemble the rifle was found on top of the building. Well, how did he have a completed rifle in the wooded area? Are they saying that in those grainy pictures when we saw him running around, a completed 40-something inch rifle was in his hands? I could go for the pictures we saw of the grainy running around were parts of it. A barrel, a stock, covered with a towel. But the entire assembled rifle covered in the towel? I would just think we would see more of it. But it could be it's just so terribly grainy, which, again, it reeks of cover-up. The stuff about his changing of outfits is a mess. I don't understand it at all. I don't know why there's all this back and forth about outfits. The picture a Dairy Queen employee released of him in a Dairy Queen, he's got a combo of the outfits. What is this? And why is he just getting dinner and having dessert with his glasses off? Everyone knows you get filmed in restaurants. So what the hell is he doing? This part, it's just nonsense to me. It's so disconcerting how he's so careful. This guy could have gotten away with one of the most high-profile political assassinations if he didn't text all the instructions and go to Dairy Queen. I don't understand this. So, very odd.
Oh, God. I can't believe I just did that. I should probably get the heck out of Dodge, but first, let me text my leftist trans lover every detail of what I just did and why. Been planning for a week. Engraved the bullets. Disassembled the rifle, reassembled the rifle, disassembled the rifle, reassembled the rifle, disassembled the rifle, reassembled the rifle without a screwdriver while running. Put it in the woods, covered it in a towel. I did this for you. And send. All right. It's a good thing that I, Tyler Robinson, someone who has a 4.0 GPA and a 34 on the ACT, is smart enough to know that there is no way that the FBI could ever get a hold of my text messages. Whew.
I think that parody video encapsulates what we all feel about this situation. The FBI director, Kash Patel, has been fighting with people inside the agency because he thinks he's being undermined. And I believe him. The FBI is a corrupt institution. 100+ years of garbage. They have lied to us, participated in all kinds of corruption. There is a war inside our agencies between good agents and deep state bastards. And that is a fact. I have spoken with them. You can look up some of their emails or online. Some of them are published. They're fighting openly with each other in these agencies. Intelligence, FBI, you name it. It's a big problem when agents work against their superiors to undermine the law. So I think that's why we're getting such a mess right now. I really don't know where it's going to end up with the FBI. I hear they want to close the case, which sounds disastrous. We're going to have a second part, probably a third part of these different theories around the assassination of Charlie Kirk. But I want to end with this piece of video of a van that stops near Tyler Robinson. And I want to know why we don't have an explanation for this. So here we are the morning of the shooting. Tyler is in his jeans and his shirt. Allegedly, the rifle's stuffed down his pants. He's got the limp going on. He's making his way to the university. And this full-size SUV stops to speak with him, or signal him, or tell him something. They seem to know each other. Slows down, looks at Tyler, drives away. Nobody will touch this. What is this? I don't like it. Someone needs to get to the bottom of what that is, what's going on there. The alleged shooter just continues on his way to the school. That meeting up with the SUV was odd. It looks like a early 2020, mid-2020 GMC full-size SUV, like a Yukon. It's sort of like a Suburban. It's the GMC rebadge. I think that's what the vehicle is. I could be mistaken. Someone really needs to look into that and have an answer for us. The SUV actually pulled over towards Tyler. You can see them swerve over and swerve back. Very strange. So this whole meetup with this SUV was odd. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have anything for us, please email tipsforvinny@gmail.com. Thank you.